Hello everyone. Hi everyone. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Hello. If you're here, say hello in the comments if it's working. As I say, whenever I do these, I always say that they may not be working. So, if you don't get a response from me, it's because I can't see them. All right. So as I say, hello, and yeah, it's good afternoon to those of you in the UK. Good morning, anyone in the States. I know it's morning over there, if I'm getting this right. And good afternoon and evening, and the rest of us are probably asleep, aren't we? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be doing the November readings, but I'm actually going to do the 1st of December as well. Now, I was going to be doing the 1st of December. I was going to be doing the next live for December. I'm actually going to be moving that to the 8th. So I'm telling you that now, just so you know. But I will obviously put it on my page at some point. So for this week's reading, I'm going to be doing the Greek mythology cards. They're the ones by Alison Chester Lambert. Hang on, I was going the wrong way. These ones. And I'm going to actually read it from the book. So this will be for today. So it's today's reading for the week. And I'm going to be getting a card for this week for today. It'll be for today, but it's for the week from Wednesday through to Wednesday. And that was quite quick. Oh, it's called, I don't know if I can pronounce this correct. It's called, hang on, I'm just going to hold this way up. Hang on, this way. It's called EOS, I think. It's EOS, I think. I'm hoping the book will tell me. And it's Dawn. So I'm actually going to read this one. Oh, look, I opened it straight to the page. Look, can you see? There we go. So, Eos, Dawn. Like other cultures around them, the Greeks believed the sun's light had many different forms and uses. The light rays that could be seen before the sun disk rose in the morning were of special character and had their own goddess called Eos. We are told that Eos had rosy fingers and left her lover to rise on the wings of a golden chariot, bringing mortals and gods a message of light before Helios, the sun. She was beautiful and alluring, just as the dawn's light is, and was known for her loving, beguiling nature. The dawn is a special time which breaks up the dark and brings new perspective and hope to replace the gloomy nighttime monsters and fears. Eos is a positive, inspiring and reviving goddess who dispels doubts and uncertainties. This card suggests that you should lift your eyes to the horizon and reach for spiritual warmth of affectionate Eos. You may then feel her light and bathe in the love that she brings. I mean, I don't know a lot or enough about the Greek mythology cards, but I would say that what we're being directed to here is this idea of channeling and getting this light from the sun. The sun was seen as a goddess by many, right? And this message here is of connecting to that sun energy. And I know those of us going into the seasons of the cold are going sun, but it has been quite sunny where I am anyway. So if you wake up in the morning and just look up and just take that light. The other thing about light is it pulls us out of darkness, doesn't it? So I'm getting this really strong sense of how if you're feeling that bit down or that bit maybe uncomfortable or achy or any of those things, right, to really tap into that sunlight energy, because sunlight energy is going to bring you up and help you to feel that much stronger. And if it isn't sunlight energy, bask in light, even if it's bright light in your room, or give yourself that moment. And I know for people over here, because of the season change, some people may be affected a little bit by the darkness that's come on because our clocks went back, right? So if that darkness does start to hit you or start to affect you, just maybe get one of those body clocks, those ones that reflect the light and they mimic the light, the sunlight, and have that energy in your space, because that will really help you right now. But that's the energy I'm getting, and there's this idea that we can be in light even when we're in darkness, and to really accept that and to recognize that, right? So yeah, so to tap into that and to know that that's coming for you. And bear with me just a moment, because my computer's telling me that I've got messages but I can't see them. I don't know what's going on there. So if you're writing a message, I'm sorry if I can't see it right now. So yes, so tap into that light and make it part of a daily routine, even if, like I say, it isn't real light, even if it has to be created around you. It will give you that semblance of upliftment that we really need in the darker moments. We need that more than anything. Actually, in fact, I was thinking about the snow today and how snow's a really strange thing, because it's not a lovely thing. Some people love it, but some people don't love it because it gets icy and people can fall over and that kind of thing. But the snow brings light with it. So it's to tap into that lightness. Hello, Sal. So to tap into that. So that is this week's reading, to tap into sunlight, to tap into energy. And if you need to create that energy, use one of those body clocks that will give you that light energy, because we don't have to suffer during the winter. It's better to be seeing that light connection no matter what season we're in, right? So that is this week's card. So for next week, I'm going to be going to the Healing with the Angels Oracle card, and that will be the 10th of November. Okay. And I'm going to get the card and we'll see what we get. I love these cards because they always seem to be really make sense. Like I watched last month's November one and I realised how much sense a lot of it made. So I hope it made some sense to some of you as well. So I'm going to get the card for the 10th. Oh, I don't think it's that one. It's a bit too soon. The 10th of now they all want to come out. Oh, they've given you two. Oh, do you know what? Let's go for it. Let's just do it, right? Let's have two. Honestly, you guys. So we've got two cards for the 10th of November, and I absolutely love what's come up. It's really beautiful, right? We've got, and they couldn't go together if I tried, right? You've got the romance card, okay, and we've got the soulmate card. And it's just, wow, I mean, I love it. Obviously, what they're saying to us here in the 10th of November, I'm really rubbish with these cards, is to connect to our romantic sides, to maybe give a bit of time to connecting to the person that we see as our soulmate, the person that we feel the most love for and the most connection to, right? I'm actually getting a message here. Actually, this isn't all about love connection. This is about your deep connections in life. So anybody who means a lot to you, bring that connection through next week, okay? Romance will be in the air for you. You're going to feel some kind of something a little bit different, something a little bit, actually I'm getting a real closeness here, actually a deep closeness for the pair of you. In fact, I'm also getting a sense of change. So there's a sense of change, not just seasonal and wintry, but this sense of change coming for the both of you. As I've got both cards, I've got the soulmate and the romance card. You look at that soulmate card, it's absolutely gorgeous, right? Those two little ones together, right? It's like they're really young and then they met each other young. So I'm getting the energies. If you knew the person that you're with when you were younger, that's a real message to you to ramp up a bit of romance. Romance doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? It could be something really sweet and it can be something really loving, but it's to remember that that connection that you have to this person is really important. I'm also getting a message, actually. They're saying to me the importance around this is quite phenomenal, in the sense of this is going to catalyze you to something else. So if you tap into this energy of your soulmate, like I say, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be whoever feels that close to you, someone who lifts you up, cares for you and protects you, right? But I'm getting the energy that that person is going to help you as you ride through the rest of November, and they're going to be there for you in some way, shape or form, right? But the romantic side, I'm getting candles, nice dinners, maybe go out and do something together, or I'm just getting this energy of it's time to play. There's a sense of playfulness attached to these cards, and the playfulness is coming in as it doesn't always have to be hard. I got it. They're saying it doesn't always have to be hard. Life doesn't have to be hard. Remember when you were younger and the energy of being together with people that you cared and loved really gave you joy. You know, when we're young, we play, we have fun. When we see each other, it's always about enjoyment. And as we get older, we seem to tap into doing taxes, money, sorting things out, shopping. We forget the element of love, joy and surprise. And I'm really getting this strongly. So next week, 10th of November, so the 10th all the way through to the 23rd, you have a important portal opening up for you to tap into this energy of you and your other half. So like I say, significant other or whoever brings you that soulmate connection energy. In fact, it's such a beautiful card. They're so lovely. They never ever come up. So it's kind of really nice that they did today. So that's 10th of November, right? Don't forget that. But like I say, I will do them. I put them on each week anyway, so you will see them. So this, for the 24th of November, I'm going to be doing the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards. I absolutely love these cards. There is so much to be said from these cards, and they're so beautiful. And there's such a good energy. But before I go on, actually, they've just pointed out to me to say that we've got the new moon this week. And so the sunlight energy from EOS is really important because you'll be tapping into that sort of new moon energy. So you'll be going from the darkness into the light. And it's that Scorpio energy, so it's slightly secretive. So be careful of what you're hiding away, because the sun is it shines a light on everything. So you need to see that. So right, we'll move back to the 24th because I sort of digressed, as I usually do, because I get distracted by all these cards that are around me on the bed. So let's get the card. Oh, 24th. I'm not going to take that because it wasn't me. I wasn't asking for it. So I'm just going to do it again. It'll probably come up anyway now. Oh, you got two again. What's going on here? So we got two cards again for the 24th. So we've got two angels, we've got Michael, and we've got Haniel. And this is a little strange, actually, because only about, it wasn't last month, but the month before, you got this particular card, that I Am Presence one. So I'm not going to speak much to this card, but I will say a little bit about it, okay? But this one here that you've got is Hope, and this one's Haniel, and that one's Michael, right? This one is I'm getting a really, what I'm getting here is to really embrace the energy of awakening to who you truly are here. But it's almost like you are crossing your fingers going, I can do this, I'm going to have this. But there's a part of you that's saying, I'm not too sure. Now, the reason you're feeling a little bit unsure is because you're not grounded. So you need to ground your energy down and be really part of this world, and be careful. If you're feeling a little bit sicky or uncomfortable at the moment, this is something that you need to tap into, okay? Because what I'm getting here is that you've got this potential really building up for you. And if you see I'm thinking that's a dove, but you know I'm rubbish with birds. Maybe it's a dove. But this bird's rising up. So it's rising up and it's created that opening to fly and to let itself soar. Yet you've got this fiery energy below, which is saying make sure that you're grounded when you go into that soaring energy. Because what's going to happen otherwise is that remnant of hope because you've got hope is a thing that's saying, I don't think, I'm not sure, and you're hoping for it. Whereas we need faith, I would say, okay? So it's to step into understanding that your hopeful energy can move into a stronger energy, right? Because I'm really getting this. And the white symbolizes that purity around that energy. You're not asking for anything bad here. Everything that you're asking for is pure potential gold. And you see, I'm getting this really quite heavily, and because I'm getting it heavily, it means that and also there's that ring of golden light around the energy of your center. Now I'm making this about your root chakra because I'm feeling really in my mind that you've got to connect to both aspects here. If you really want to embrace this ability to change your life and move from hope into faith and into rising up and creating it, then you need to tap into really being strong in lighting up this connection to Gaia, so to Earth consciousness, while also, and this is where we're moving into a new way of being as human beings, actually. It's this idea of connecting to Earth, but also connecting to up above. So it's having both those energies working simultaneously through you so that you can co-create with the universe. You see, we've been trained, I suppose, through society and the way that the world works to believe that we aren't the co-creators of our lives, when actually we really, really are. And, once you absorb that knowledge and understand that knowledge, life changes so fundamentally all around you. Everything changes. And everything that you thought that was a particular way suddenly changes for you as well. Okay, so this is to recognize that by tapping into that strength that you already own, that you can move from hope into rising up. And you can also call on the Archangel Haniel, and Haniel will help to ground that hope into an energy that becomes more faith-based, so that you can believe in your potential to change your life in a better and greater way. You see, the thing is, when we're trying to make changes, we often reside in that energy of hope because we want to believe. Yet hope can also have a slightly negative energy to it, because it can be that I'm crossing my fingers with that almost I don't believe energy in the background. So it's to push through that energy, rise into that potential purity. Like I say, nothing that you're asking for is negative here because of the lightness of that energy. And also I'm getting very strongly to tap into your intuition here, because you're being given really big messages. You're also not listening to them. So you're being given strong messages to make changes. Yet once you've made a decision, maybe there's a sense of stubbornness there, or a sense of resistance there, where you know that you've made one step, yet when you're trying to make the next step, it's almost as if your resistance is, but I was chosen this and I don't want to move there. But what I'm getting from them is that actually they're all the same thing. So it's to trust that even if something seems a little bit like you're taking the left turn when you should be going straight ahead, it might be potentially the better route. So it's to remember that. And this is for the 24th, okay, of November. I know the full moon's around that time. Actually, I can't remember when the full moon is. So be careful of that, because obviously the energy of the full moon's also going to be affecting your psyche, especially if it's in the star sign that you have within your ascendant moon or your sun. All right, so to tap into that. Now, I am going to do a little bit about the card, the I Am Presence, and there was a reason for it, because when I was reading this card, which I've now held upside down, but when I was reading that card, I felt an energy around the disbelief almost of, and a lack of belief almost, and it's all of us not believing we are worthy. This I Am Presence card, and I did it before, like I said, in not last month's reading, the one before, so September's reading. It's about realizing you are the presence, you are the potential, you do have that capability, and you are open to all of that, right? So remember that in everything that you're doing, you are always this. You are always golden. I really take the gold in this energy on this card, because to my mind, if it comes up, and with these two coming up together, it strengthens the idea that you can have it so long as you believe who you truly are. This isn't just about making changes. This is about realizing who you are in your potential to co-create with the universe. So it's about you recognizing that everything that you're doing from this point forward steps into this energy, because we can only really create from this space, right? I'm going to have to say this because I need everyone to understand this. You can create from the other space, but it's a hard journey, right? So you do it. I say, I don't know, you want to run a marathon, for example. You have to train, right? You have to train. But the thing with not tapping into this energy, it's like running the marathon without doing the training. So it's like you go there, you get to the start line, you've done no training whatsoever, and suddenly you're doing this run and you wonder why your body's aching and you feel uncomfortable, and it's a struggle. And it's because you're not allowing yourself to embrace your fullest potential, your fullest potentiality. So I'm getting to say to tap into the hope, but to let it move into faith, and to tap into your biggest potential being of you, the whole of you, not just part of you, the whole of you. Because as I hold these, and I'm no better, right? I put my hands on my heart to this, right? It really is easy to remember the old stories, the old messages, the things we were told when we were younger, the things parents maybe told us, carers maybe told us, school maybe told us, other adults maybe told us, peers maybe told us that we weren't worthy. But if you knew, and if you could remember yourself from when you were a baby, all your potential was completely there, and it was really strong, and it's to tap into that. And that's what I'm getting right now. And I'm also getting, because they're telling me really like loudly in my head, they brought this message up for a reason again, because we are reticent to tap into this. And they're saying, while we're reticent and we are holding ourselves back from it, because we're all a bit like this, they're saying they can't bring us more of the gift. So you could get this, right? And there's so much more available, yet you stop it because you won't tap into your full potential. So they're saying step into full potential so that they can give you exactly what you deserve, which is the best of everything, right? So yeah, so I would really tap into that energy. So Sal, do you want a reading? I don't know if she's still there. Maybe not. Okay. What I'm going to do now is... Did I miss a date? Did I miss a date? No, I didn't. But I feel like I've done the cards wrong here, because I have 2 sets there. So I did you the EOS cards, didn't I? And then I did you the angels. So 1, 2, 3. No, so we've got 2 sets of cards here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip one of the cards that I set out. So I'm going to go into this. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do before I go into the December reading? Oh, Sal does want a reading. So Sal, this is for you then. This is really weird because I put a whole extra deck there that I didn't need. That is so weird. 1, 2. Look, I can't count, guys. So there's 1. I'm so bad. So there's 1 for this week, then the 3 weeks. There should be 5. Did I miss something? So I did the EOS cards for the... Did I miss the 10th? 10th. Okay, you're going to have to all... So 2 cards came out for the 10th. And then... Oh, okay. So that one that I just did, guys, was actually for the 17th. So it wasn't for the 24th, because I'm a bit dopey. But those of you who know me, which is practically everyone on here, knows I'm slightly dopey. So I will do this one for Sal. And there isn't the 19th V. There's the today, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th. So I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the one that I Am Presence is going to be the 17th, and this one will be the 24th. So because I've worked it out now, because I don't normally do that, but I'm not really with it. I was meant to actually tell you I'm not feeling that well. So quite frankly, the fact that I'm even reading this is quite funny in and of itself. So the first card I'm going to do is actually for the 24th, and then I will do the one for Sal from this deck, unless she wants the other one. I'm going to give you a choice. So I didn't do the one for the 17th. So, Fee, what I'm going to say to you guys, because this is how I do it, if it's gone in order, then the first one was for today. The second one I did, which was the romance ones, would have been for the 10th. And the third one would be for the 17th. So this one's going to be for the 24th. Thank you, girls, keeping me in line, you see, because I'm asleep. I might be awake, but I'm actually quite asleep. So this one's going to be for the 24th, and then I'm going to let Sal pick which deck she'd like. Oh, I got a card. We've got a card here, which is from the Angel Therapy Oracle cards. Actually, Sal, you got these for me. And these are the fairies. I got the fairies. It says you have a strong bond with a fairies. Your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. It might be a bit for you as well, Sal. Basically, what I'm getting here, and to be honest, I actually put a message out last week, Friday, about the fairies, because I connected to them. And the fairies were saying, we just don't look after the earth enough. The human beings just take, and we just don't give back. And I felt their energy, and I felt how sad they felt at the fact that we cull animal populations, we don't look after the earth, we take more than we give, and they're really strongly upset about that. And their energy is they want to connect to those of us who feel their energy and can connect to helping the earth to get back to her old way. Now, what they're saying to me at the moment is, and I don't normally connect to fairies, but apparently I'm connecting to fairies, They're saying that they want us to be a little bit stronger, those of us who have this in our energy field, so that we can tell other people not to drop that rubbish, not to treat the waterways the way that they are, all the things that we're doing. But the thing is, they're saying, this is the bit that I seldom and I struggle with understanding. They're always saying to me, we're only looking at the surface of all of this, and there's more than that. And they're saying, if we keep creating waves on the surface, but we don't start digging under to what we've really created, the mess we've really created, then it won't matter about the surface stuff that we're doing. It's like being really, really ill, but only taking a pill for the headache that you get for the whole illness. And what they're saying to me is that we as a species, the human family, and in connection with them, they can love and care with us so long as we are good to them. They don't like the fact that we don't care about our environment. They don't like the fact that we don't give back, and that we're always very much about this being our planet. And they're saying it isn't just our planet. There's so many other energies that live here with us, and we have to start honoring that. And they're pointing out the seas to me at the moment and saying the dolphins and the orca whales, and they're saying we've got to take and pay more attention to the environmental impact of everything. And they're saying it's really sad actually, because I can feel their energy, and they're saying that the thing is that if we don't wake up to being in harmony with each other, it also causes the destruction of our Earth and our planet. And they've said it again, and they're always telling me this: we are the custodians of this earth. We do not own it. We don't own it, and we need to step into that loving energy of realizing that in order to help with the earth, that actually I am loving this for this date. This is what's now for the 24th, because we're moving into that moon energy, and it's all about restarting, isn't it? It's all about releasing that which no longer serves us. So letting go of the bad practices maybe that would become inherent. I see people walking along the street just dropping rubbish, and I think, stick it in your bag. But people don't. Some people just are very, very anti-understanding that we all live here together. And the message they're giving me actually is that we all live here together. So we're meant to care and love each other together, right? So actually, Sal, I'm going to do the other cards for you. I'm going to do the Starseed Oracle for you. So this one. So, and Fiona, if you want a card, you can say, sweetie. So this is for Sal. So can I have a card for Sal? One card, please. Oh, she's giving me two again. All right, I'll do two cards, honestly. I think they're mucking around with me today, maybe because I'm half asleep. It's interesting what you've got. So, Sally, you've got Inner Earth, okay? And you've got Jump In. Interesting, I think the last card was for you a bit too, because Inner Earth actually taps into a really similar energy. It taps into that energy of protecting the outside world, but it really also taps into protecting your inner world. What within yourself needs to be extra protected right now? What within you needs to be taken care of? So I'm getting this very strong energy around you, standing in the darkness, looking at all of this, and this is about your health. You're looking at all of this and you're going, oh, I can get that, but I'm sometimes wanting to be on this side and sometimes wanting to be on this side. They're sort of saying to me that actually you have the potential to come out of that dark energy into that light energy by tapping into your own inner earth. It says you will survive this, and it's bringing you to this idea of new solutions and new beginnings so that you can change whatever's come before, right? So whatever's happened, it's to move into a new energy and to tap into whether or not you want to change that on a mass level for yourself, like on a global level in a way, so that your whole worldview, or whether you want to change it as in your inner worldview, which is something you keep to yourself and as a private view, right? And what I'm getting as well is that there's such a deep set of calm here, right? and that energy and that connection to nature and that divine connection to nature as well. And also, if you tap in really deeply to that energy of nature, you're going to find that things change for you, because your connection to Gaia is quite strong anyway. So when you tap into that energy, you're going to be able to move over to here, because what I'm seeing over here is that light connection, which is where you awaken to the new beginnings. New beginnings can only come when you step out of your old patterning. So this is what I'm getting for you very strongly in this card. You can get there. You just have to be ready to step out of what was into what is, right? And then you got this card, which is, it's jump in. Honestly, me and these cards, jump in, okay? And it's Andromedan energy, adventure, and saying yes to change. So you've got this card here, which has said to clean up house to some degree, right? And then once you've cleaned up house, you can jump in, and there is no questioning in this. Whatever potential and opportunities are coming for you are the good type, right? You may feel like you're jumping into an abyss a little bit, and as if it's a little bit too much. But actually, it's that faith and that hope and that potential of belief that comes out of you that will mean that you're able to ride the potential opportunities that are going to be given to you. Because there's a lot coming here, but it's being adventurous. And it's adventurous with, I mean, it's not like, you know, when we were younger and we'd all do like really mad, crazy things and just get on planes and disappear off for 6 years on end or do whatever we wanted. This is a different type of adventure, but it's an adventure in the sense of you being strong enough to just say yes, even if you have a little bit of unsureness. Because even if you make a choice that you thought was wrong, there's no such thing as wrong. You learn from that choice and then you move to the next choice. And that's what I'm getting for you, this sense of moving out of the dark into the light, jumping in, allowing adventure to basically really attach itself to you so that you can change everything. Because this is about a new way of being, a new way of thinking, and a new way of living your life. So yeah, so that's for you, Sally. Right, so I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to be doing the live on the 1st of December, and I'm going to be doing it on the 8th. I'm going to be doing the last card that I pull now, which is actually going to be the card, you're welcome, Sal, which is going to be for the 1st of December. So this card, which I'm going to be doing from the Starseed Oracle as well, is for the 1st of December, and then I'll be back on the 8th of December with the December readings. And in that month, there's going to be a special reading that I'm going to be doing as well. And there's going to be prizes in that one. So if you do come to it, it might be worth it, because there might be free healings on offer and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm not announcing that until a little bit later, because I haven't decided what day I'm going to do that on. So this is the card for the 1st of December. See what we get. They tend to like to give me the same card, so hopefully they won't this time. So I'd like a card for that, or they don't give me any cards. You're welcome. Oh, oh, there's a lot of love energy here. I'm telling you, right? So this one's for the 1st of December, and it's called Fall Into My Arms, and it says surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. I love this. This card is beautiful for the 1st of December. It's, oh wow, I love it. I think this year, and because of last year, it's been really, really tough for a lot of us, right? We've been holding on to energy that is of less light. I'm getting the message here that we are moving into a new energy, and because December holds the 21st, which is the winter solstice, there is an energy that is going to, winter solstices are powerful and they create real waves in our lives, and they change many things for us. But this particular Fall Into My Arms card here reflects the need for all of us to trust, to surrender, and to let go of the belief that we can't handle the lives that we've got. Now, what they're pointing out here is that life is tough, and it can be a bitch, right? It can be really tough, right? And we go, why would I sign up for this? Why would I want to live in a life like this? Yet the thing is, we made the choices for a reason. And unfortunately, the strongest of us get the most tests. You will have the biggest tests if you are strong, because the universal law and the angels will believe you can cope with it, so they'll want to put you through that so that you can experience more. We only experience by experiencing the opposites in life, right? So if it was always good, you could never experience the good eventually. You'd get immune to it. You wouldn't feel it anymore. You wouldn't even understand it, because you wouldn't have had the opposite, the polar opposite, right? That energy. Like my other half and I, right? He and we can be complete opposites a lot of the time, but we're often thinking exactly the same things, but coming from different corners of the room about it. And that is the energy of how we grow. We grow through those relationships with people like that. And when I see fall into your arms, I'm getting the whole of falling into your arms with everything, with love, with commitment, with job, with life, with belief, with trust, with believing in your own inner ability to tap into everything that you've ever wanted. Because you see, when we're so busy trying to be right, because that comes, and that's how you end up with that really unstable opposite energy. When we're trying to be right, okay, we struggle with realizing the perfection of our lives. We struggle with realizing that it's difficult so that we can learn and step into the next phase. Now, I've been through some awful stuff right in my life, and I look back at it and think, why did I have that happen to me? But now I look at it, I think, wow, if I hadn't gone through those things, I would be sitting here doing this. I just wouldn't be doing it, because I needed that energy of difficulty to help me to rise into the truth of who I really am. And that's what this is. This is about surrendering and understanding that every opposite that you're given is an opportunity to change for the better. Because what we have is we have peaks and we have troughs and we have lulls, and life's like that. 1 minute it's great, the next minute it's not. But you know, when you have those great moments, it's because you did well in the moments that weren't so good. It's because you actually took that teaching. Because all of our hard moments are teachings. They're ways of building us up into a new being, into a new self. And you know, I like this this kind of quote. I don't know where I read it, but it's a lady said in a book or something I read. She said, we grow every year into a new us. So we're always a new person. We're always someone different. So use this. Like I said, it's the 1st of December, but I will be doing the rest of the readings in December. But we'll know a little bit more when we get to the other readings. There'll be some more illumination around that as to what's coming. But I get the sense, a very strong sense, that it's about us moving into a new energy. Now, I'll tell you now, because it's in my mind, 2022 is a nexus year. Now, that means we are actually in a tipping point of what's going to happen within the world, right? And I have been told this for many years. I knew it a very long time ago. It's written in my journal years ago that this was coming. But 2022, there was something about it. It taps into the 6th number, which is about love energy. I believe we're going to be moving into the energy of that love energy, and we're needing to move into that understanding of how, in order to surrender, we need to tap into the love that's within each one of us, right? So there, that was for the 1st of December. As I say, as I won't be doing that one on the 1st now, I'm going to be doing it on the 8th, but I will put it on my page just so you know. So the final card that I do, I nearly forgot pick a card, didn't I? I always forget pick a card. I don't know why I always forget pick a card, but I always do. But like I said, I'm not feeling well today. I'm all over the place. My head's just like all over the place. It's really funny. So pick a card. Which one should I do for pick a card? I'm going to do healing with the angels for pick a card, because that is what I'm feeling, right? So those of you who've never been on before, what we do with pick a card is I pick 3 cards and I lay them out and then I say the numbers. What you do is you just need to feel into the energy, because there'll be a message in the cards for you. So I'm just going to get the cards for the pick a card reading for those watching now or in the replay. So just get some cards for pick a card reading for those watching now or in the replay. Okay, I don't think I'm going to pick one today because I saw them all. So what you need to do, and so long as you're not operating any machinery or driving, So just take a moment, close your eyes, and just like feel into your body, shake off anything that you don't want. And then I'm going to say the cards. So there's card 1, card 2, and card 3. So you listen to my voice and see which one really draws you to it. So I'll go again. Card 1, card 2, and card 3. You might feel resistant to a card. If you feel resistant to a card, that's probably the one you actually need. I'm going to do it again. Card A, card B, and card C. So whichever one you felt drawn to, you don't have to only pick one. You can pick 2, but it's entirely up to you. So card A and card 1 is playfulness. So it's pretty self-explanatory, this card. Whether you're watching now in the replay, playfulness is about the fact that in life, especially as we get older, we lose that element of joy and fun and play. We forget that play is really, really important. In fact, I was talking to my friend yesterday, and in this particular talk, we were talking about exercise and stuff that you do. And I said, but none of it is joyful anymore because I feel like I have to do these things. This is about finding things or not have to do things. It's about finding joy in the complete ridiculous. You know what children are like? They'll like lay on the ground and start laughing their heads off, or they'll jump in puddles. And I've said this stuff before. We all know it, but we don't do it. There's a reason that we were once children. It's so we can remember to be playful. You know, when you watch a really ludicrous film and you're just laughing your head off and you just that you're just going slightly bonkers, that's what you need to bring into your life. If you've got this card now or in the replay, the energy for you is to play. And not just on your own, with your friends. You want to mix with friends, you want to go out and you want to enjoy times with other people. I think, and I kind of sense a really strong energy around the sense that because of everything last year and this year and how we did come out of all that stuff, that many of us feel that we don't have the right to this. Well, no, you really do have the right to this. And it's really important that if this is the card you chose, that you really tap into it because, oh my goodness, without playfulness, life becomes a drag. It becomes purgatory. You will be living in a sense of a prison on earth, and that isn't okay for any human being. We're here to play. Look at it this way. Earth is our playground. It's where we're here to learn, to grow our souls, to strengthen our energy, and to become stronger in ourselves, so that wherever we go next, whether we believe we do or not, or whatever next, or if there's no next, whatever, we've made the best of this life. So play. Make lots of fun for yourself. And I'm going to do it, so you guys do it too. And I didn't even pick this card. So if you picked B or 2, the card you've got is support. Now, I'm actually getting that you need to ask for support here and to lean into those that are there for you. We all have communities. In fact, it's interesting because while I was doing the playfulness card, I was getting that energy of how we've all kind of very much disconnected from one another. And in this card, I'm getting the energy of we need to all come back together. So if you have, due to what's been going on and all the things that have happened, found that you've found yourself a little bit over isolated, then it's time to stop that now, okay, and to lean into a new support network. Whatever that support network is for you, it's fine. It doesn't matter how you bring that into being, but community and being with other people is an intrinsic part of human existence. We need one another. Without one another, we cannot manage. We can't thrive in the way we do. And also, all potential comes through our being as a team, whether we realize it or not, whether we want to realize it or not. Disconnection only holds us back. The energy I'm also getting is the energy of the world, which is interesting actually with the message from the fairies. If you pick this card, so like I say B or 2, you need to tap into your whole energy of what you're seeing around the world at the moment. Are you seeing good in the world? Are you tapping into the negative aspect that is presenting itself quite continuously, let me add, all over the place? If that is the sense and you're in that space of connecting to the negative energy, it's to move into the positive energy. As you see here, if you look at this card, right? There are the support network. They're all standing around the earth and they're healing it. Gaia needs healing, and you too can support that healing. Start with yourself by connecting back to your brethren, to your community, making that, I don't care where you go. If you go down the pub and that's the thing that you do, make that happen for you, right? Bring your community back into space with you. And then once you do that, then you can be providing the world with that healing energy and that loving energy of who you are. Because every single one of us is a light beacon. And when we rise into our potential higher selves, we can offer that loving energy to the whole of the world. And this for you, number 2s and Bs, is where you're going. You're going into the energy of a protector with the support of your brethren and your community, which is as a beautiful card, that one. It's really nice. Now, if you chose C or 3, you've got this card. And I think this is another one we all probably need. It says retreat. How many of us need a holiday right now? I need a holiday. I could really do with a holiday because I haven't had one. Me and my other half haven't been away in forever. We've just been doing day trips, which just isn't enough sometimes. You know, I'm getting the energy here of a real strong person. You know, you've been riding the waves, you've been doing what you need to do, you've been working really, really, really hard, you've been giving to the world that takes from you, right? Enough of that. It doesn't matter how long you take off here, 4 hours is going to do, but make it your time and your time only. I am seeing a bigger break. I think that would be much better. However, if it's, you've got to take what you can get, all right? Always take what you can get in life, yeah? So if you can only get 4 hours, yeah, I'll give you 1 hour if you really have to, but try and get it to 4 hours. Give yourself half a day, right? And make it the afternoon and give yourself treats and good movies and make it feel like a holiday, you know? Do you remember during the lockdown, people were making beaches up in their front rooms and doing crazy mad things like making camps up and putting campsites up in their garden and stuff? We can take retreat wherever, but I'm feeling here a little bit of a sense of moving out of your common areas and moving into something a little bit new so that you can feel that change. Now, they're saying to me to say that, you know how it was during all those periods last year and this year? The reason our minds get very, very stuck if we don't have enough variety, okay? And this retreat's very important for those who pick C or 3 because it's to open you up to that new potential that has been missing because of the crazies that have gone on, right? So you need that change. You need to just hop on a train if you need to and go somewhere else. Do something that creates change, something you wouldn't normally do. So even like I say, if you took 4 hours and you took the afternoon off, make that afternoon something different to what you'd ever normally do, because it's that different. You know, they say, don't they, a change is as good as a rest. Do something and be in an environment that you've never been in before and you've never seen before, and create that reflective energy within you so that you can step into a new space. And then when you come back, you know what holidays are like, as long as they're not crazy holidays where things went wrong. But if you've got a really good break, when you come back, you can start again from a really fresh, beautiful perspective rather than a broken perspective. We're human beings, and energetically we need pause, reflection. We need all of those things that a society tried to knock out of us, essentially. We need those things. Never let anyone tell you otherwise, because we need the feminine and the masculine aspect in order to have cohesion and to have balance, right? It makes me think of the Libra and energy of the star sign. That balance, we need balance, right? And that's what I'm sensing here. It's to give your life that real sense of balance. So yeah, so that's the pick of card readings. Now before I go, I always do one last card, and it's the last card, and I do it to bring all the energies together. And for today's last card, we've got the Journey of Love deck. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. They're really different in the fact that some of them are really simplistic and some of them are really like beautiful, like that one there. And then you get, look at these, they're just I think they're upside down, but hey ho. But look at them, they're just such beautiful cards. And they provide such important and amazing messages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the last card. I read this one out of the book, and then I will be saying my adieu to you and you. So I can have a final card, and I'm hoping they'll only give me one this time. They are playing with me today because they've given me two. You lot are probably laughing at me right now. I'm just surrounded by cards. If you could see me, I've got cards. I'm swimming in a sea of cards. So yeah, we've got 2. All right, I'll do 2 cards. They're making me work. All right, so we've got Riding the Cosmic Wave and Sweet Soul Rising. So I'm going to read both of them, and I'll probably read them fast. Well, I won't read them that fast. I'm going to start with, I feel like I need to start with Sweet Soul Rising. So I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to do Riding the Cosmic Wave. And I'm really hoping they're not too long, because these messages can be quite long. So Sweet Soul Rising, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So Sweet Soul Rising is a number 20, so it's a 2, so it's bringing things together. You may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. This is the sweetness of surrender into another world. It's a time to dream, to wander, not to be clear and sharp right now at this precise moment, okay? If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and feel your heart open to allowing whatever may be. We might believe that it is through tough action and dynamic assertiveness that we make our own way through the world. Yet sometimes the sweetness of the soul rises, and instead we can flow gently with the currents of the cosmic ocean. Unsure of where we are headed, but safe in the truth that all waters will naturally return to the ocean, where they were always wanting to go eventually anyway. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the current at times, or you can float on the sweet love of your own soul, as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know itself as one with the divine. This oracle brings you guidance now. Surrender and flow. This isn't the time to assert your will and try to make things happen, no matter how much you might want to or believe that you should. There is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a much bigger plan. That includes your well-being too, beloved. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how that bigger plan will be achieved, and you can then let it happen, trusting that it will actually take place even without us striving to make it so. And this is one of those times. So that's actually really beautiful. So it's the sweet, slow rising. And we did have some energy, didn't we, of surrendering and building ourselves up to get into that energy of where we're going, right? And then the next one, which is the number 60, which taps into love. So, I get the real impression here that we really do need to tap into our loving energy in order to get to where we need to get to. So this one here, I love this card. It's called Riding the Cosmic Wave. Look at it, it's just a beautiful card. You can be carried further by the cosmic wave by your own efforts. Where you are going cannot be attained by effort. The effort, the discipline prepares us for the leap. But after the leap, we are no longer sustained by our efforts, but by forces greater than us. The forces of love itself. You are stepping towards the edge, preparing to leap, and let the cosmic wave of love carry you forward. You shall be moved through grace into the new world awaiting you. This oracle brings a message. There is a time to work hard and a time to allow the fruits of your labour to manifest. When one may be carried by forces set in motion, by the energy of life itself. You can let go and move further, reach farther with less effort. Now is the time to give yourself permission to stop paddling and instead just ride the wave. Give in, let go, and be moved. It's so beautiful. And there's a little poem. There was with the other one, but I didn't read it. So your spirit flies like the wind, warms like the sun, and watches like the sky. How wise the earth waiting for the moment to be touched. So there you go, everyone. There are the readings for November and the 1st of December. And I will see you on the 8th of December with the December readings. And as I say, do watch out that month because I'm going to be doing a special reading as well. So we're doing something a little bit different with like maybe a few more readings if there's anyone here. And some prizes possibly too. So do take care. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I send you lots and lots of love, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Take care. Bye.